The difference is that there's a stereotype that men shouldn't be vulnerable. Men shouldn't show emotions.
Shouldn't cry. Right.
And so when you don't do that, the society thinks there's a problem. But to the degree in which you're vulnerable is also important. To the degree to which you're supposed to cry, it's important. You must also know where to draw the difference. Where to draw the line.
Right. So it's been constant. Not much has changed. It's traditional, and in terms of masculinity,
yes, not much has changed. We live in a world now where if you say no, you seem to be toxic or aggressive. But that's part of the making of a man.
That's right.
You need to instill discipline. You need to be dominant. You need to be self-reliant. You need to show strength. And at some times, it might require you saying no.
That's right. You used the word a few seconds ago, which is toxic. And that's the right segue for my next question, which is a buzzword that has been around. Actually, the concept has been around for a bit, and it's toxic masculinity, right? Can we talk about toxic masculinity?
It's a subject that interests me, because the truth about it is that I personally do not believe there's anything called toxic masculinity. Human beings are toxic. Human beings can be toxic. Whatever is toxic is poisonous. Masculinity itself is not toxic, but some people can. So, but to now put it together, it's just a buzzword. I don't think there's anything like that. We should try to run away from stereotype. I think we're in a generation that wokeness is the one that has come up with things like this. And you hear people say things like, my father never gave me a hug. My father never said, I love you to me. But that same dad sold a house for you to school in England, paying school fees in thousands of pounds.
Right.
What greater love can be more than that?
Right.
So I think it's a case of chicken or the egg.
The egg.
Which one comes first? So who is defining it? It's love only defined when it's expressed the way you want it. What about the person expressing it? Can you give without loving? Can you love without giving? Yes, you can give without loving, but you can't love without giving.
You can't love without giving.
And right. Love comes with sacrifices. Sacrifices are not necessarily pleasant. So the man that sold the house, and you say he hasn't told you I love you, would you rather have him say I love you and then you go to a public school or a state school where you suffer ASU strike for like 5 or 8 years?
Right.
And then the hug. So you should be able to actually put things in proper perspective, which is why I don't agree with the word toxic masculinity.